right? And as a leader, I guide them instead of saying, hey, you have to build this charge for this door. Well, there's 15 different ways to build that charge for that door. What is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish? And
Mhm.
what's reasonable? And I think good leaders look at their people and say, hey, what is reasonable in this circumstance? It may not be the way that I want it, but I'm humble enough to say, hey, let's try it your way and see what happens.
Dude, yeah, that's dude, there's so much that like we could go into with this because I'm like I said, I'm super passionate about it, and I there's a lot to unpack. But I would say what we're let's see if we can try and dive into like um what what I guess like so staying solutions based, like right. So we kind of laid out like framework as far as like, what is this thing leadership? What are some good qualities of leaders that we've worked with? And like so how what would be the next steps? Like how would you what advice would you give to new guys or anybody in general, whether they're in a position or not, to affect or inspire others? Um, in a way that is best for whatever the mission is. Let's say the police work, for example. What would be some suggestions off the top of your head?
Well, I think just going back to all the things we already said, be humble, be um, set a high standard for yourself that people
Hmm.
can also try to achieve and also follow. Um, Go gain that experience so that you know what to do in any situation. And I don't know, just this just popped into my head. I remember many, many times where I would show up to a call and let's say there's a barricade situation the patrol was dealing with. And the way our team worked when we didn't have anything going on, which wasn't very often, but we would go hit the street, go listen to hot calls, go try to find stuff to get into, go drum up our own stuff. Uh, but many times we'd be driving around, hear a hot call come out, I'd show up and on a barricade or whatever, they'd have a team set up. And as soon as I would show up, the sergeant would look at me and say, this is yours. Or the lieutenant would say,
Mm,
can you run this? Why? It was just because I had the experience, not because I had the rank, but because I had the experience. And they also had the trust in me because they knew who I was. They knew the type of person I was to say, hey, you handle this.